Teledyne to acquire FLIR Systems in a cash and stock deal of $8 billion. So this piece of news is here on Bloomberg, and it says Teledyne to buy sensor maker FLIR Systems for $7.36 billion. And says Teledyne Technologies made its biggest acquisition in 3 decades, agreeing to buy FLIR Systems for about $37.36 billion to augment its lineup of sensors used in the aerospace and defense. FLIR holders receive $56 per share in cash and stock based on average trading prices over the past 5 days, according to a statement released today, the 4th of January 2021, that reflects a 28% premium to the company's last closing price of $43.83 on December the 31st, 2020. Both manufacturers of sensors and cameras and sensor systems share similar business models, but have little overlap because their technologies involve different wavelengths. Teledyne Executive Chairman Robert Merabian said in a statement. Thousand Oaks, California-based Teledyne said the deal will immediately add to earnings. It said the total value of the transaction will be about $8 billion. With demand on the rise, Teledyne has been targeting acquisitions. The company, which has a $14.5 billion market capitalization, said in October that it had a strong balance sheet and a healthy pipeline of buyout targets that would help it build cash flow over coming years. It paused the acquisition of France Photonis in September 2020, citing conditions proposed by the French government. FLIR, based in Wilsonville, Oregon, jumped 20% to $52 in the pre-market of New York trading. Today, the 4th of January 2020, its investors will receive $28 per share in cash and 0.0718 Teledyne shares for each share they held. Okay, so we come back to see what's going on at the moment. This is the summary page of Teledyne, and Teledyne in the pre-market is not exactly, let's find out, it's, the news hasn't been that good for it, I think. Yes, it's not, this is what it closed on the 1st of December 2020, and it's currently not, it's lower than that now. So it has a short interest of 1.13%, market cap of 14.5 billion, 36.88 million shares are on float, and 87% of shares are held by institutions. TDY appears to be consolidating within a longer term uptrend. Shares are presently above 200-day moving average, which is rising along with the 10-day moving average. However, the average directional index is below 20, indicating that shares have exhibited sideways movement recently. Comparative relative strength analysis shows that this issue is outperforming the S&P 500. Momentum for TDY strongly bullish. The 14-day slow stochastic oscillator is rising as investors pay higher prices for shares. The unbalanced volume indicator shows that longer-term accumulation has given way to near-term selling pressure by traders. The Bollinger Bands, okay, not exactly anything that concerns Teledyne, but Teledyne is not exactly that fascinating, and it's also not into the sustainable energy space as well. Not very prominent there. So, but it is of interest because it's a defense stock, and there has been some rotation that has been occurring from the tech-heavy stocks towards maybe stocks like FLIR and indeed Teledyne. So let's see what's available for FLIR as it concerns its stock. So we noticed that it's I think up by 20% in that piece we read over there. So let's see if we can refresh it. So I think it's yes, it's up even more than 10% in the pre-market at the moment. So it already has market 158,000 shares have already traded so far in the pre-market. It has a market cap of 5.7 billion, 131.145 million shares outstanding, and 90% of them are held by institutions. It has a very poor short interest, so skepticism is not that strong towards it. So technically, FLIR appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above zero. Comparative relative strength analysis shows that the issue is outperforming the S&P 500 index. Momentum for FLIR as measured by this 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is waning. This means that investors are less aggressive in their recent purchases, so maybe taking profits from in positions but at lower prices. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Presently, the Bollinger Bands for FLIR are at a normal width and signal that volatility has been in line with the norm for this stock. So yes, this is what's going on here. So the trend is that it's strongly bullish. It's 10 days. Okay, yes, man, but up till of late, up till sometime in early December last year, 2020, its 200-day trend line was downward sloping, but it has started to increase. It has started to look upwards, and the technical analysis we have just read out indicates that it's strongly bullish. And all of them, all the trend lines from the short term to the long term are upward, pointed upwards. But this is not a case of whether it's a buy or not. We're not talking about that in this video. So we're just trying to bring aware to you that Teledyne is acquiring FLIR in a deal in a cash and stock deal of $8 billion. So if you're new to this channel, subscribe, like, and share. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very much for watching this video.